welcome to a new collection by NBK-Design. It's the artCrush number 5, which is again a mini O, exclusively at my O Scraps shop. And the four days after the release, you will get this collection 44% off. And this is a real good bargain. So if you see this video a little bit later, you maybe not can get this great price again. So if you stay tuned at my Instagram or Facebook page, you will never miss any sale for any of my products. Okay, let's get through this collection and let's unpack it for you. You can see we have beautiful soft colors combined with a little bit of black. It's we have this mint color, and it's it reminds me very of melon. If you look at a melon, there is a watermelon, there is actually those colors. You have this peach pink colors and those mint green colors. The collection contains some papers, artsy bits and templates, and let's go to the first folder, the artsy bits and pieces. And it contains 18 different artsy bits with a lot of butterflies and some vintage script details, a lot of grunchiness, and also added here, for example, a little bit of a word art. You can't see it. Let's place a color. Look at it. It's a smile, so you can see that now better. And some monstera leaves. They are just very popular. Well, here in Europe, I don't know where it's, if it's in America the same. If it's so, just leave me a comment. Would be nice to know what's just so fab in as a deco element in your country. That's always nice to know. Okay, we have some paper flowers in here and some real flowers. And then we have a little bit of a heart, but mostly the artsy bits and pieces are filled here in this collection with artsy bits, transfers, overlays, however you can use them. The next pack are the artsy loopy-lelusas. When you click on the file, you get 2 folders included, and one is the simple one. You can see it here, and then we have the script. Let's open first of all the simple one. Those are the scribbles. Scribbled, wild, artsy, and you get 16 different ones of them, plus the ABR file for your Photoshop and for your Photoshop elements. So for those who love to have an ABR file, they can use that one. Okay, then we have the script folder, and look at it, so beautiful. I've took the already scribbled loopy-lelusas, and then I overlaid them with different scripts, old scripts, vintage scripts, stamps, and such elements from postcards, however, some from old books. And also here you get 16 different loopy-lelusas with scripts, and then you get also the ABR file for your Photoshop and Photoshop element. This is the artsy loopy-lelusas folder. The next one is the blending masks. They are totally simple, but I think they blend awesome on your pages. They are totally done in a watercolor style. When you open them, they are very soft and they will bleed over your background like charm. I will give you a demonstration when we go to the paper folder, and I don't add here an ABR file because the masks were bigger than 250 pixels, 2500 pixels, and then it's always hard to create an ABR file that works for all Photoshop elements. That's why I don't have here any ABR file. Okay, then we have the next folder. It's the free color folder. Like I have with every collection, you get those color folders. You have the color swatch. When you load it, you have the original colors I worked with to create this collection. So if you want to add something, when you, for example, make a text and you want to have the exact color, you can open this color swatch and be sure that you have the exact colors, and it will all coordinate with your design. Then we have the color styles. When you open them in Photoshop or Photoshop Elements, you have a style with the same colors I worked with, and then we have the gradient overlay. They work also perfectly if you use an image or a photo and then add this gradient overlay, so you can get different vibes, and the color will overlay on your photo and it will coordinate also with the whole collection. Then we have the next one is the styles recolor. Actually, it makes the same with your photos like the gradient, but it's only the color itself. And here we have a gradient overlay. I will demonstrate that also in the end of the video. The next pack we have the magic lights. Customer love them, and they are perfectly to overlay over your photos, over your whole creation, and you can also use them as mask. That's what my creative team also already did and made some challenges in the forum. The next pack are the out-of-the-box frames. This time I have used some stitching frame, and you can add your photo then to the colored masks. So you mostly have 3 different layers at the first one, and here is the same. The third one is a little bit complicated, so it's you need to be sure that you really take the coordinating the right files in that together. They are clipped together so nothing can happen. Then we have the fourth one. It's here the same. You have 2 layers with the mask and then the stitching. Yes, those are the out-of-the-box frames from the collection. Now we going to the different papers. We have a paper set called Mix. This one includes different styles. This time we have here some painted abstract paper. Then we have one black and white, which sure looks awesome when you coordinate that with the popping colors of the collection. Then we have another one also painted, and this one. they are perfectly if you use them in clipping masks or only a little bit of details. Sure, you can also use them how they are and leave them in the back and make maybe only with the word art something a little bit on top of it, and you will be done. So there's such papers should be used well, not too much with any other accessories. Here we have a lighter one with some graphic and grunchiness, and also a little bit of gesso in it. And then we have a folded paper with some splatters on the edges. And this is one of my favorite ones. This looks a little bit like sanded with the white here, and then this leaf on the side with the string and the realistic shadow. That one is also very nice, I think, and you can use all those different spots as maybe as a starting point to create on top of it your creation. That huge oh, what happened? Okay. That huge round spot in here, this bright one, can be used as a part, and you can place on top of it an image in a round in a round frame, and yes, and maybe on the dots over here some nice details. Then we have the last one of the mixed papers. This is also a little bit graphic and different. It's grunchiness and yes. These are the papers from the mix pack. Then we have some solid papers. You get also here 9 different solid papers. We have a gray one, and then we have this mint colored one. We have that one with a lot of texture. And this is like a little bit of a wood painted watercolor style. Then we have here some cardboards, some hand created paper in a pink, in this blush pink, and this is also a nice textured one. And whoops, then we have this darker red here with also some texture details. These are the solid papers from this collection. Then we go to the stitched accessories. Also here you get 8 different elements stitched, some rounds and some abstract shapes. We have here this this arrow kind. You can use them, for example, as a frame, an overlay, or just place a photo just on the, well, down on the bottom. And here we have a round one which you can maybe use on that paper. We have I have just told you, and a mix, and that one, and maybe here this round stitch, and I think it's a good starting point for a layout. Okay. So these are the stitched accessories, and also here you get an ABR file to use it in Photoshop or Photoshop Elements. Then we have the next pack. It's called the Sprinkles, and here you get some little details, some, well, gems. We have pearls here. We have these eyelets, some sequins, diamonds, metal pieces, pearls. So totally different. Here we have a lot of diamonds. Here's some more metallic. Also here we have a round one which also can be taken for this one paper I just talked about. And now we have some, those are not sprinkles, but you can use them with the sprinkles, and you have more shapes like flowers. Another one, this a leaf, and then we have some stars also in different shapes, colors, and with different kind of elements. Here the eyelids. So these are the sprinkles, and altogether you get I can't see, 25 different sprinkles are in this pack. Then we have the next pack called the transformed frames. You get 5 different pieces, frames, and each one comes as a PSD file, layered, and as a ready-to-use PNG file. When you open them, the PNG file, you need to create your own mask to add your photos. You use the polygon tool, lasso tool it's called, and then you only click just on the frame, so you that you have this little shape, and then you go and open. No, that's the wrong one. We go to the pictures, open that koala. No, that was the wrong one, but we picked that one. And that was now wrong because I need to place first the image, and it should be placed underneath the frames. Okay, we go now again to the polygonal lasso tool here. Make those 4 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, double click, so the selection is closed, and then we go and use the masking tool on the bottom of the layers palette, and then you have it mask. Then we can use the next one, and let's use here the koala bear. That was copy, close. Also check out that you have your, oh man, copy. Now we have it. Okay, we size that a little bit down. We transform it or flip horizontally more. So that one. Okay, and now we take also here the polygonal lasso tool, click those over here. So go to the masking tool, so everything is now masked. Well, this image is now not optimal. What you now can do is Command J to create duplicate layer, place it on top of the frame now, and now you're going to click directly on the black mask. Okay, there is in front of the image. Now you have selected the image because it's selected around, but we don't need that. We need to select the mask here. Then we go to the brush tools, and let's see what we can use. I have always in my brushes those NBK, let's see, soft round pressure opacity tool brush. We make it smaller, and then we go and brush softly over that face from that koala. And look at it, now the koala face is overlaid. Okay? What we also, now we change the black to white, and we press X on our keyboard so the black comes in front. And when we now go over those corners, now we can take away all those overlay image, and the little koala bear face pops out perfectly, and only the bear's face will, or nose, schnauze is it called, as far I know, is popping over the corners or over the transformed frame. And this is easy to use, and this is now done with the PNG files. So the PNG files is good for those who not can work with PSD files. But if you need a TIFF file, just send me an email, and I will surely send you as fast I can a TIFF file so you can use with that one, because all my files are only with PSD, and because of the size of the folders, I decided that I only have the PSD files, and customer who needs a TIFF file can always send me an email, and shortly I try to give them a TIFF file back. Okay, those are the transform frame. So we have just used the one, and maybe we open now the frame 2. And this is the layered one. You get the 2 masks here, and then you have the 2 frames also here. And play along. So this is already for you prepared, that you only need to clip all your images into that frames. You can, let's start that, copy, paste, place it, clip it, and then we go here. Can also do that. Yes. So this one, and we clip that one, and now we make that picture a little bit smaller, and let that birdie look out of the frame. Okay, this is how the transformed frames work, and if you're ready with the frames or the attached photos, you can open your solid paper from the collection, and then select all the layers and place them on your canvas on top. So we don't save that, so we have here, and then we can open the blending mask here, maybe that one, and pop that over here, and we can start to add here maybe another picture. Maybe we use also that one again, so it's always nice to What happened? We clip that, so you have this the same image like you have in the frame. It also shows up again in the background, and maybe you like to use here one of the overlays which I have in the colors, in the free colors pack, and you can see how the color change here. That one is not included because it's a shadow, or you only change here, like here, only the color. And I think the green looks nice, and because it blends perfectly now with the background. We can add some artsy bits. Let's take that one. We go back again and take that and throw that on our canvas. And then we have maybe that one, this smile, and this we should place somewhere that we can read the word art. And this is how a transformed frame work on your on a solid paper. So this we can maybe place that very in the back and add some sprinkles here. This one, just pop that in. And we have already here in that little detail, this artsy bit, some sprinkles, and we can take that further. So you have here a kind of floating part with different little details. And then we can go to the word arts again. Maybe we can find something we also can add. I like those picturesque because it's kind of fitting to this little birdie here. Well, not little. So I picked now the top left corner, and I hold now the control key on my keyboard. Well, I use a Mac. I'm not sure what it is if you use a PC, but with that CMD keyboard, you can transform a element on your canvas in all direction. Okay, so we place now this picturesque in the same way like the frame is, this transformed frame, like this, and a little bit more like that, and a little bit smaller. Okay, as you can see now it has the same, oh, how it is called? It's like 3D. I don't know how it's called in English. I'm sorry for that. It looks in the same direction like the frame does. That's the way I can explain it. Yes. So this is how you can play along with this collection. It's a small collection, it's not a big one, and what is outstanding in this collection are the templates. I've added 26 different PSD templates. If you need a TIFF file, just send me an email, and if you need PNG files, also contact me, and I try to get all the letters for you into PNG files so you can place them on top of each other if you like. Okay, those letters are built up all the same. You have the background, you have a paper. Don't worry about the German word Hintergrund. I created it in a German version of Photoshop, so it has nothing to do. It should call background, but well, yes, the German Photoshop named it in German. That's why it's now called Hintergrund. So don't worry about it. Okay, on top of it we have the paper. You can clip here any paper you want, for example. Then we have a text box in a shape. In it you can add a text or a poem or some lyrics, whatever you like. You can also delete it if you not want it. You can change the font, you can change the size of the font, so it's totally editable, and you can do whatever you want. You can, if you can move it out, you can move it in, you can turn it off. So everything is possible with this text block. And then we have the shape of the letter itself. You can use this shape as a mask for an image, for you can clip on it any artsy bits, you can clip paper on it, you can recolor it with the styles I have for free in the shop. You can use any from any other collection, anything else, so you don't need to use those colors. You can combine the different letters, so you can create words. For that, I would suggest that you start to create each letter in its own PSD files, and then take them later together into one file, so you don't have to work with too many layers in one huge PSD file. And also it's very consuming, that your computer will need more time. The more layers you have, the longer it takes to create the pages. Okay, this is how each and every template is built up. We can look into another one. Let's open the L letter. Here's the same. You have the text box, you have the shape of the letter, and then the paper, and well, you have the Hintergrund. And yes, so I think that those are really fun to use. You can create cards with it. I think it's a nice way to create a birthday card for, and you start with the layer of the person. Well, for me, I would take the N for Nicole. Where is it? Over here. Maybe you want to create a birthday invitation, so you can write in that text block all your text for the invitation. And I think there are endless possibilities. You can create also that for a wall art, really, for newlyweds. If you go to a wedding, why not create for the couple something like that, and they can place it on their walls. Also for newborn, for the nursery room, the letter of the baby. So endless possibilities. I think I gave you some ideas. I hope you can create really nice stuff with that kind of template I have here for you. Okay, you get the letters A to Z. I don't have any numbers. I'm thinking about maybe doing the numbers in another collection, so we are filled up with that also. Okay, I'm gonna show you now some layouts we have created, especially my team. And here is one that, as far I know, it's created by Anne. And she used the letter P here. And some magic lights I see. And she used maybe also, yes, and she used Lupilalusas, the scripted, and word art, which is not included in the collection. This one is created by Heike. Very creative, artsy, like that smile. She used different kind of word art from the collection. Oh, I didn't show you that. And then we have here, which is beautiful, like a watercolor painting, and you see a little bit the detail of a wing from the oh, Siri is talking again with me, like in each and every video. Yes, the butterfly wing here from a artsy bit, and we have here the scripts and some word arts and beautiful image here with flowers and a wonderful painting. I needed first, when I saw this layout, I said, what elegant, and then I looked at the bird, and it's called pelican. Look at it, you can see the letter P she used from the templates, and I like really that blending of the image on top of the letter. Really beautiful done by. That's good. I should notice this to myself, for myself, who in each and every one created that. This one is created by Danisa. I like this from top down, in the middle placed elements, and then only the white space around it. Beautiful. Marianne did this one, and love this centerpiece, and then also the white space around. The next one is also, I think it's done by Danisa, and yes, right. And she used camellias photos, I think by her, those are her own flowers. And then she used the letter C and a lot of from the Lupilalusas, and on the corner here we have some magic lights. And also she used to clip maybe one of the papers, I guess. The folder paper is here to see, and here are some artsy bits. And here is the next one. It's by Marianne. She used again an awesome filter for her image. It's like comic style. That's really fun, and I like this dynamic shape around. And she has this round clock, this girl, and then she again has in the background a round shape, so it doubles the effect of the layout. Oh, this one is by me, and it's created on an iPad. I have created that one on my iPad Pro. I used Procreate, and also I have some different videos on my YouTube channel, how I create stuff on, or how I scrap on my iPad. Then we have here also one done by me. I have used the out of the box frames. I have used some stitched accessorize one of the artsy bits here, magic lights, and one of the word arts. And here is one. I have used the templates. You see, I used 4 different templates. The L, the O, the V, and the E, and then we have love. And I overdone it a little bit with the decoration of the letters, but you can see what is possible. And I hope you feel inspired by the inspirational layouts of the collection. Okay, that was longer than I thought. And now again this video, and here is a quick overview again. Oh no, we forgot the word arts. Oh, almost. Okay, here are the word arts. We have some Dymos type styled word arts. Then we have a new kind of way I have created the word arts. They are like paper tiered with shadows. And then also here is one like a tiered note. And then we have one with watercolor painted. As you can see, they are really watercolor. And the theme is summer and some well, blessed embrace and words, and they coordinate really good with each other. So when you check out the preview for the word arts, you can now see how you can combine them together. And timeless smile, for example, that works good together. Documented a day in the sun, so those can be really nice and really great to combine. Okay, now we are through the collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find some other videos at my YouTube channel. I wish you happy scrapping. Take care of yourself, and we see us in the next video. Bye!